Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner. Happy Tuesday to the peoples. I hope everyone is having a great week. Child, I am late because I had to do a thumbnail. Okay. I said, look, you can't cancel the live today. You have to put on a show. You got to come around. You ain't been on live since Friday. At least give the folks a thumbnail, even though I feel like we only got a few topics to get into. Like I said, still give them something cohesive that they can look at and feel like you came here for a reason. Okay, but happy Tuesday. Happy tacos, tequilas, cheese, or whatever tea you celebrate. Happy that to you today. Okay. I am here. I hope y'all are here too. Okay, please make sure to do a couple of things for me. First, like the video. If you are here, like the video because it's a great way to let YouTube know that one, I'm a real person. Two, I have good content. And three, it's a good time over here. Okay. Y'all know to subscribe to the channel as well. That is always appreciated. The comments and all of that stuff. Okay. We were live 4 days, 4 whole days last week. We did Monday, we did Tuesday, okay, we did Wednesday, and then we did Friday, okay, and today, Friday, and we did Friday, okay, and I am proud of myself, okay, for doing 4 videos last week, making 4 thumbnails last week, being busy at work last week and still trying my best, okay, to come to y'all today with a video, okay. And I appreciate it. Right? If you are watching live or the replay, either way, I appreciate y'all. Look, if YouTube was tripping and not telling y'all I'm on live, I can't control it. Okay, if YouTube was knocking y'all out, I can't control it. I cannot control any of the YouTube antics that YouTube does. Okay, all I can do for you today is say, I am here. Okay, I'm here in my comfy clothes, child. How y'all doing? Look, I ordered from Torrid. This is it's a piece. I got pockets and stuff. Child, thank God. Girl, thank God I had on a shirt under here. But yeah, it got pockets, I got pants that matched it, so I wore it to work. Okay. I ain't that my point is I am so okay, y'all know to look, y'all know to inhale, exhale, okay? To relax, to relate, to release, center yourself and everyone around you, okay? Because when I tell y'all, it has been a lot. Look, I am okay. However, because I mean, my position at work, bitch, I'm like, why am I responsible? Who put me in charge? Who thought it was a bright idea to have me in charge of the girls? Who? Okay, so having to literally be responsible for stuff and other people and bloppy bloppy bloop. But I love my job. No matter how much I fuss about wanting to, okay, I want this purse, bitty bitty bum bum. Okay, no matter how much I complain about how busy I am at work, I'm happy to be employed, making and whatnot, and still being able to come to y'all weekly, not every day, but a few times a week to enjoy the shit. Okay, but I, but having really been able to be in a comfortable clothes, child, and come home and just be in the dark and sit and just relax, relate, release, and send to myself, get my thumbnail. We here. Okay, we are here. Okay, so hello to those watching live. Hello to those who are watching the not where I'm at at home. I was sitting right here making a thumbnail. Okay, and the thing about it is, hold on. I think about this making. I had to change Kenya's picture because I didn't like the other one. Okay, I had to change it. So I was sitting here, child, like, get a picture, fine Ray J, fine Ray J, mama. Is there a picture of Beyonce daddy that I can use, but he don't look stupid? No. Can I find everybody in white? Not really. And the only reason that this thumbnail is all white is because Tasha K finally had an updated picture of herself that I said, finally, a bitch had a good picture. Use that one, okay? And so I had to base everybody else around Tasha's in white. Could not find people in gold. So I said it's gonna be white and creams. White creams, little black, tie pants and Ray J shirt. But we here. So I was at the crib making the please make sure to again like the video, subscribe on your way in. Come on in and have a good seat around here. Okay. Look, nice clean thumbnail, nice clean girl. Okay, nice clean thumbnail. I was able to get the people. Okay. But hello to y'all. How y'all doing? How is everyone? I had a Baja Blast because I had a horrible day yesterday. Okay, not horrible. I had a long day, and I'm like, I don't want to have no shot of liquor. I'm gonna get me a Baja Blast, but I did not stop at the Taco Bell to get me a Baja Blast yesterday. I did go to KFC, and I came home, sat in the silence for like 30 minutes. And I said, I want some KFC. I want 3 original thighs and a small potato wedge and a Pepsi. So I got up and went to the KFC round the way, got my food, and the girl said, your nails are so pretty. I said, are they? It is a regular color. Okay. But I was like, I'm mad because the dude who did my nails filed them down. I said, bitch, where for nubs? He asked me, did I want my nails cut down? I said, no, just file and shape them. He went to filing. I said, bitch, those are nubbed down. And because he nubbed one finger, I said, well, at this point, nub them all. Okay. They got a match. So yeah, I'm happy the girls said, your nails are so cute. I said, are they? I was shook my toes too, but I was in the car. My point is, yesterday was crazy. So today I got me a little Baja Blast and whatnot. So we have a good. I got my water. Okay, for us have a good time, whatnot. But again, we here and stuff, and that's what matters. Okay. Here she gonna talk about a few topics. It's a few topics. That's all. That's all I have today. It's only one or two. Yes, Kenya's picture did change because when I put up the first picture, I didn't like Kenya's picture. It didn't sit well with me, and so I changed Kenya to a different outfit in white. But if you was here in the waiting room waiting, you saw the first thumbnail that I had to change real fast. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know why? Because I do my own graphics. I'm around here. I can make last minute changes. Okay. But again, hey y'all, how y'all doing? Look, I look. I do this a lot, and sometimes I forget if I'm wearing something underneath. But like I told y'all, I'm covered. Okay, I'm covered. I'm not gonna put on a snowsuit, but I'm covered. Okay. I don't want nobody seeing my titties that ain't supposed to see my titties. And it is Tuesday. Ladies, did you send your titties to somebody today to make them have a good day? Okay, if you did not send anyone titties today, send them. It's Tuesday. Send somebody some titties. I don't know who. I'm none of your business. Okay, so I just be a boob tease only on Tuesdays. Okay. Let's go. Not girls go. Not girls go. Wow. No. Not me. No. Okay. Anyway. Hello. Not Tasha ain't got no neck. Tasha ain't got no neck. Hold on. Let me look. Finally notice it. Child, what she got on neck? Child. She wearing a choker. She got on a little turtleneck. Like a little turtleneck. A little turtleneck. Okay, that's what happens around here. But I think because Tasha K does not have any photographs first, no good ones. No good ones. And she posted this picture of her, I think on her Twitter. I'm like, oh, I need to use it because she ain't never got no good photos. So anytime I put Tasha K in, I'ma probably use the same picture because what else I got? I don't have nothing else. Okay. Yes, you are supposed to send titties on Tuesdays. Now, I have not. Hold on. 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 And I am telling you. Okay, I'm back. Anyway, yeah. On Tuesdays, you supposed to send to teas, okay? Now you may get some stalkers. So only send to teas to people you don't mind stalking your teas. Don't you be sending no teas to strangers, okay? Don't be sending no teas to people who don't deserve teas. Do not send teas to anyone who has a woman or a man. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. You send the teas you send the tease to someone who would appreciate the tease, okay? And if they don't appreciate your tease, don't send them tease anymore. That's what now y'all know my rule is don't send your cooch via text, okay? But you can send tease on Tuesdays. And also, do not put your face in the picture. Okay, there's an easy way to send to tease without showing your face. Okay, however you want to look. If you want to do a little this, okay, do a little that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm look. Okay. Anyway, um, not this is this is funny. So was that like 2 weeks ago? The guy who was like, I said, now hold on. Y'all do not know look, I am very I'm a very free person. Okay. I am secure in my everythingness and whatnot. However, someone talk about my titties who I don't know strikes up my anxiety, my embarrassment, and the conversations I had after that were hilarious. Okay. And I'm just saying, that's all I was saying. Okay. It was like, I know was that I know. But I guess I'm like, child, I'm gonna be in a snowsuit. I gotta be in a snowsuit. Okay. Child, I said, Lord, Jesus. Not my titties. Not my booty. Girl, cover up. Now, Jesus. Somebody won't that. You know what I'm saying? So no, it wasn't even a Tuesday. It was like a random ass day. It probably was a Wednesday. I don't know, child, but look when I posted yesterday that I was tired on Monday. We have a good old time on Tuesday. We are starting off the Tuesday night live on a good foot. Okay, I guess technically I kind of flashed y'all. Not really. You didn't see no bosom. Also, quick little thing. Okay, clip this. I went and got a mammogram, y'all. So I am 44 years old. Went and got my first mammogram, right? On Sunday. Went to the place, get my boobies checked. Now I have, I have a nice size bosoms, you know. And when you hear about mammograms, you think, oh my God, they're gonna smush my titties like some pancakes. It's gonna be a little bit painful. Someone has to touch my boobies or whatever. I don't want, I don't, I. So I had all these thoughts in my head about what's gonna happen. Do they pinch my nipple? Like, how flat will my breasts go back to their size? Like, will they be? You know what I'm saying? I don't know because I have good boobs. Okay, look, I have good boobs. Okay, and I said, what if my boobs get flat? And then he like, your titties is fat. I'm like, Mom, no way. What? What you mean? Because after they get smushed, I was like, what if my boobs be smushed like, and they don't go back to their regular shape? Okay, so I had all these thoughts in my brain, and I went to my appointment. I was happy they had a Sunday appointment at my doctor's office. And shout out to the Henry Ford Network. And the lady was like, okay, so you go in here, take your top off, this is and they give you, it's not a gown, but it's a shirt that opens up in the front, right? And so, change in here, and then I'll come get you to bring you in the room, and I'll explain, blah blah. It was a really, really, really nice lady. It was a older white woman. Okay, she was shorter than me, whatever. So we get in the room, and I'm, covered up like these. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I got, I got the shirt, covered like this and whatnot. And I'm like, child, rather let my titties be free. Like, what am I supposed to do? And so it's like, you do this, do that, blah blah blah. We need all the films. I gotta touch it. I'm not. You gotta touch my titties. When she said how, this is my first time, I'm a virgin with this, and she explained everything piece by piece. She explained like the results will take about 5 to 7 days. It'll say either this or that. It'll say either negative, but if it says need more imaging. If it says something like that, that does not mean you got breast cancer. It just means they may need more film, for more pictures or whatever, because it's your first time. And so I said, okay, cool. And she said, so some people, we can't have the gown in the picture. I said, okay. Because some women like don't want to take their shirt off. They want to leave it on the cover. I said, ma'am, when I tell you, I said, ma'am, hold on. And I said, girl, titties is out. And she said, oh, I said, look, ma'am, you have to do your job. And if you have to maneuver my boobs on this machine to get all the best images, I don't look, first of all, it is titties. I don't care. So I took the child, I said, here, move. What you want to do? Here. Okay, do whatever you have to do. And she said, oh, okay, great. And so she brought up how, some women say they don't want the tech touching their breasts. And I'm like, well, how the fuck can you get a picture if you don't touch my titties? I don't know. And so it's like some women, like one breast is more, hurts more than the other. If we're getting pictures from, top to bottom or left to right, side to side, it can, girl, I said, ma'am, here go my titties, do it. Okay. And when I tell y'all, this white woman was like, okay, so I'm gonna move your nipple. Okay. And she was like, it's the weirdest, uncomfortable pressure on your titties that I can't even explain. So it's not painful. It isn't. And I don't know if women, maybe with smaller titties, it's more painful for them because they get it's less meat. Bitch, I am a full blown, look, I'm a T-bone steak, bitch. Okay. So I don't know. I have more breast meat if it wasn't as painful for me. Now, do not get me wrong. It is very uncomfortable. But for me, the pressure, when it got tight, I laughed. I was giggling. And that was my way of like, okay, that's tight, bitch. Okay. And when she did like one breast and then the other breast. But again, when she said, okay, Mr. We're going to, she would grab my boob, y'all. She would grab my boob. I'm going to flatten it so that your nipple is fully pointing toward this way because we want to get it. I was like, this is my nipple. Okay, hold that pose. Okay, I'm fine. Okay, so now I'm going to maneuver your breast a little bit to the left. Okay, now we're going to have your arm up here. Okay, so you have your arm, bitch, around here. They're then putting, the titty up here. And I'm like, I gotta be like this. I'm like, is it, bitch, I'm not having sex. It's the pretzel. So, but it wasn't painful. Now, yesterday, the top of my right breast did feel a little like sore out for some reason. I'm like, but because it smashes it down, but not pancake smash. Okay. It's just a very tight fit. And that's it. And it takes about 15 to 20 seconds per movement. Okay, be still, hold your head back. Okay, because you don't want your chin in the thing. And I was like, okay, I was just like, what are my titties? And what again, so my first mammogram was, to me, it's the equivalent of a pap smear. It's uncomfortable. You have to maneuver. You got to scoot down, open your legs up, scoot down some more. You're going to feel some pressure. It's that equivalent because you are having to stand at this machine, okay? Let them take your titty and put it basically on a slab and put it in a little box because they smushing it, and then they just keep moving the titty. And it's an uncomfortable, not painful pressure. It's just, bitch, it's the same equivalent. Okay, if you say, hey, um, come put some pressure on my lower back. Okay, if a grown man is laying on you, it's a little pressure. It's fun for a second, okay, but it's a weird, uncomfortable, tight pressure, and then that's it. So it took like maybe 20 minutes. They got a whole bunch of pictures, okay. And then I was at one point, she was like, my back was hurting. I'm like, but I can't stand. It seems weird. I got one hand here and then one hand here. Then she said, wait, so I'm taking a picture of one titty. I need you, because I got big boobs. I need you to move this titty out the way, right? So with your hand, hold this titty. I'm a picture this titty. I said, bitch. So I'm holding one titty. I got a hand up, bitch. When I tell you, I was like, this is the weirdest, funniest pressure thing of the boot. It was just so weird. So I was like, what is going on? But said one went with like a little minute or two break, and whatnot, and I sat in a chair, and my titties were so out, and we were having a full-fledged conversation about titties and the nipple being pressed, and how uncomfortable it is, and how different people feel different ways. And she then said, "So was your left titty?" She said breast. Is your left breast? No, she said, which one is bigger, your left or your right? And I said, bitch, I don't know. I'm not sure. I said, I don't know. They both, they're my titties. Okay. Um, so, I say all that to say, if you are the age that you are supposed to get tested for breast cancer, to have your mammogram. And because when I kept looking it up, I kept hearing it's painful, it hurts, it's uncomfortable, it's pancake flat, and all that stuff. So I did not know what to expect. I was like, bitch, I'm gonna be in pain. I told him, I was like, I'm gonna need my titties. He like, you gonna be fine. What the fuck is wrong with you? I'm like, no, but my titties, okay. I did go get my mani pedi after the fact to make myself feel better. But go get your mammogram. Yes, it's uncomfortable. It's not painful. Now, if you have itty bitty titties, I don't know. Because I know how it look. If I had to put my titty meat up on the thing, I can't imagine an A cup having to squeeze the titty meat up there. Now, that may be even worse. For maybe I'm lucky that I have bigger breasts. So it's really just, I like, you just have a titty that you just put on the thing, and they say, and that's it. So I can imagine if you have smaller breasts, it could be more painful because they're smushing your body, bitch. I don't know, but go get your mammograms. It's not painful. I can only speak to my big titty self. Um, it's just uncomfortable, smushed pressure. And if you want to know what it feel like, tell your man or whatever man that has access to your titties. Ask him, hey babe, I'm gonna put my titty on the bed real fast on the table, and I want you to, with your full body weight, just smush my boob until I say stop. And that's all it is. If you've ever smushed your boob on a wall one day because you were, I don't know, Josh. I don't know. Okay. But I'm just saying, women, people, you know what I'm saying? Because I was scared. I was supposed to have my mammogram. When I turned 40, I got COVID. I was sick for like a year. Okay. So I was supposed to get mine in 2022. And I was like, bitch, I'm sick. I can't go out. And so last year, when I was okay, girl, go get you're 44 now. Well, no, I was 43 at that point. Bitch, go get your titties checked. Okay. You know, a man massaging your titties, kissing, hugging, sucking, that ain't gonna count on it. Go get them looked at under the thing. And so I said, girl, go get your mammogram. And that was, I think, in like September. And I said, wait, because what if I had cancer? Bitch, you seen all your. I got two friends who was diagnosed with cancer recently, and I just feel like mammogram, cancer, breast has been all in my face. And I said, bitch, you probably get cancer. You don't want to be diagnosed with cancer, before Thanksgiving and Christmas. Don't go now. And so I said, well, I'll do it the beginning of the year. Bitch, you don't want to get out for your birthday? Go in April. Wait till April. That's after your birthday. It's after DJ's birthday. Just go in April. And then 2 weeks ago, some said, girl, see when's the next weekend. And they had Sunday. I said, well, I'm going first. March 1st, bitch, go see what it is. And then luckily for me, my results came back the same fucking day. I said, am I special? She told me it takes 5 to 7 days. And my appointment was at 2. My results came in by like maybe 6 or 7. What time that's like 6 or 7 that same on a Sunday. I said, oh, I am special. I got the VIP treatment because who on God's green earth get their mammogram result the same day? Let's see. Oh, maybe it was at 9 o'clock. I don't know. I sent the thing in that. My point is the same day my results came in. It said, oh, negative, nothing's weird. Your titties is fine, bitch. Come back in a year. And that's it. And that's fine. Okay. So I'm happy I got it out the way. But I really thought I have cancer. If my friend got cancer and I keep seeing cancer, breast mammogram, don't wait, early detection, and I kept seeing it everywhere. It just kept popping. I'm like, bitch, you got cancer. And when you go get tested, it's gonna be positive. You're gonna be sad. So wait until April. And so I went and I'm good. So I'm gonna go again next year. But again, go get your titties checked. It is okay. Do not let the people handle your breast. Let them move it and maneuver it. Okay. Be okay with sitting there, titties out, and having a full-fledged breast conversation. Because only another woman can know what you feel like with your titties out. Now y'all know. Y'all don't know. I be around the house, child, chilling. But being in that room with that random white woman and my titties out, I'm like, okay, let's finish it. Okay, we're gonna turn your nipple. I'm gonna move your, and like she had to literally hold my titties and like move them. Oh wait, it slipped, because she'll start smushing, and then she'll let my titty go. And because I got big titties, okay, it'll move. Oh, let me redo it, and she'll open it up a little bit more. Okay, we're gonna wait. Hold on. We're gonna move it a little bit over here. Okay, we're gonna point. I was like, girl, the damn titty handler. I don't know how do we get girl. Anyway, go get your mammograms. Okay. Go get and hold your breath. And when it gets a little bit painful, just giggle. Just giggle, okay? I'm so sorry. The random, I'm gonna probably make that a separate video called My First Mammogram. The good, the bad, the uncomfortable. Look, child, we not even gonna get into the child. We'll have that somebody remind me to have that conversation later, okay? Because I'm gonna post it. I'm a clip it, and I'm going to post it tomorrow, and I'm gonna call it my first mammogram, the good, the bad, the uncomfortable. Okay, and it's gonna be titty, 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 titty. Anyway, I don't know, but I'm happy. I got a clean bill of health for my boobies, and I hope anybody else who either is having the mammogram coming up, or if you've never had one done, go get it done. Okay, yes, it's weird. Let them move your titties around and go get it done because early detection is great. Had I got the results of positive, whatever, at least I would have been on top of it. Okay. Um, but y'all, that pap smear, you know, the thing is, quick. But hold on. Wait, did it fit? Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I got big boobs. Okay. You know, look, I have big boobs. You hear? See, I got big boobs. And the they put one at a time on a on a the machine is like a shelf, and it's a shelf for your titty. And so they put they she literally put my boob on the little shelf thing, and then it is a top that comes down, and it's it goes and it smushes your boob between the little plate table thingy, the little shelf thingy, and it just this little smush, and they smush it just so that it's tight and like what I'm saying, like that. So look, this is a nipple. And that's it. And they take the picture. They take the picture. So yeah, your boobs fully fit on it, and it's a lot of different angles. They take the thing, it maneuvers around a little bit, but you do have to maneuver. You have to be facing the machine. So imagine this: you are facing the machine, but your titty is facing this way, or vice versa. They have you face this way, and your boob is facing this way. So to get a full angle of your full breast, and breast is from y'all. We're gonna it's look titty Tuesday, bitch. Okay, they have to get everything from here, all it is. Okay, all it is, all of this up under. They have to get every piece of the full breast tissue. So it's full. Is you know what I'm saying? They fully make sure they get all the image. Now I don't know if that shelf was for big. I don't know. I don't know if there's a little. I don't know if there's a little titty shelf. Maybe mine was a big titty shelf. I'm not sure. But you are fully you go get your eyes checked, and if they put your chin on the thing, you're gonna feel a little pressure in your eye. So imagine your chin is on the thing, your face is fully in the eye thing. It's the same as your titties. Your body is fully at the machine, and your head is up here above the machine thing, but all of this is your titty meat is up in there. Mm-hmm. So yeah, okay, child, child, 40 fucking minutes of me talking about titties. But again, I, I don't recall, I don't recall many women discussing mammograms and how weird it is and how awkward it is and how you question, do I have breast cancer? What am I supposed to do? Am I embarrassed because I got big titties? I'm a plus size girl too. I'm like, which I don't care. He like it. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? So don't feel insecure based on you having to be vulnerable and your breasts are going to be fully out. Because she said, we can't have the shirt and the pictures. I said, girl, I would take the shirt off. I don't care. Get my titties. Get my titties. And she was very helpful in making sure I knew this is what can come back on the results. It's going to be uncomfortable. Your body, I'm going to maneuver. I'm going to have to touch your breasts and move it around. Let me know if one breast is more sensitive than the other, and all of that. So, but I don't have any recollection. And my mom and my sister have had breast mammograms, whatever, and they kept saying, "Go get your titties." And but again, there are not enough, public conversations about going to an appointment to get a mammogram. When you think about it, only our grandmamas, our aunties, I was you want me? Yeah, let me stop. Anyway, child, it's another conversation. I could take it off. No, I really recall, older aunts, my grandmamas or whatever, discussing mammograms and saying how, oh, they're so hard, it isn't that. And my mom and stuff told me, girl, it's okay, go get it. But we've never had an in-depth conversation, jokey joke, ha, ha, ha. Like, what is it really like? And I'm like, okay, so in hindsight, this is what it is. That counts as a flash. So to me, I felt like I was going to record the mammogram. But when I asked her, I said, hey, can I record this? And she said, well, all I'll say is, if you record it, I just can't know. And I think because, your titties are out, it is medical information being exchanged. It is, it's a whole, mammogram room or whatever. So she said, like, well, no, if you do, I just can't. That's what I just won't. Trust me, I remember the whole thing. So I'm like, I just wanted to have a, y'all know how I am. I wanted to have a regular conversation about how it felt. And I'm like, this is the weirdest, uncomfortable pressure on my titties I've ever had. But I'm happy I now know. So I would never be scared to go again. I would never feel weird about telling others, hey, go get it, and this is what it's like. Okay, this is what it's like. And once you know it, now I may go again in a year and I can have a different person that does it who is more rough my titties, and I say, hold on now, don't be rough my titties. I don't know. But again, I'm like, I just want more people to have more conversations about stuff. Okay, mammograms, pap smears, bitch, perimenopause, bitch, I am 44 years old on birth control. Bitch, I said birth control. First of all, I'm not getting pregnant. But no one tells you about your body changing and what you may have to do, bitch, to control things. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, girl, okay. Anyway, go get your titties checked, and somebody remind me in two or 4 days. Hey, JD, discuss a pap smear. We'll have a pap smear conversation in a day. Okay, y'all, I cannot believe 40 fucking minutes. Y'all let me ramble on for 40 minutes about my titties. If you watching this as a replay, sorry. But again, let's get into things of the celebrity. Y'all take a good 30 seconds, y'all, and dance with the peoples. And we're back. I feel like I did not separate the stupid ass stories versus the celebrity stories, but I got a few to get into, and we're gonna do that today. Okay. Let me share my child. Let me share my screen. Hold on. I'm trying to make sure my titties is covered up. And ain't nothing poking out because I'll be trying my best to be on my best behavior. Anyway, we're here. Okay. So here we are. Okay. Here we are the same day. Let me see. Yes, I was talking about but yeah, we'll get into the different things. Okay. I feel like, gotta educate the people. Okay. Y'all be like, let her talk, child. And won't nobody say nothing. Like, Jaylee, girl, get to the point, girl. Get to that point, girl. And I'm like, I forgot that we here to talk about all this other stuff. Okay. And whatnot. Yes, and whatnot. Okay. I couldn't. Yeah, I'm gonna send it later on. Look, that's because if you're just coming in, this started because I said it's Tuesday. Okay, tacos to give into teas. And I said, look, if you are a person, send a person that you like or that like you or anyone who has access to your teas, send them a titty picture. Okay, that's how all of this started. Now I haven't sent mine yet, but I'm gonna send it before I go to bed. And then make sure I don't care what day y'all pick. Okay. I'm a firm believer in equal exchanges. If you send him a titty picture on a Tuesday, he or she, because I don't know y'all, I don't know what y'all do. Ask your person, hey, because you don't have titties, if it's a man. Show me your dick. Okay. If you sent that man a picture of your titties, send that matter of fact, send him a text, a voice note, and then whisper real lightly, hey, show me your dick. And then that's it. You know what I'm saying? And if by the end of the day, he ain't sent you a picture, a recent picture, not no old picture, bitch, not no reused picture. If I sent you a brand new, lotioned up, good booby picture for Tuesday to lighten your load or whatever, okay, you need to ask. And if you are a woman who likes women, send the a text, say, hey, send me your titties. Okay, I need everybody to be aware. Change the screen. I need everybody to be aware that it ain't nothing wrong with somebody saying, hey, let me see a little something. But this should only come from a person, who you own that level with. You know what I'm saying? Who you know what I'm saying? It's cool. Ain't no, you know what I'm saying? Okay. This is not something to do with no random person who you don't know, don't trust. Don't send your stuff to the trust them. Okay. Trust in me and all that. But you know what I'm saying? Be like, hey. Okay. And whisper it because you a lady. You know what I'm saying? You a lady. You can't yell out real loud. Amen. You gotta be real soft with it. Real soft. Okay. Okay. What I'm saying. And if you send titties, okay, and he don't be appreciative of the titties, keep them to yourself. Don't even ask for no dick pic, okay? Because titties should be appreciated. Because titties help lighten the load, okay? But don't be afraid to be like, hey, sir, Hey, sir. Let me see your dick. Okay. And then see what happens. And then once you've sent booze and he sent dick or whatever, who knows what's next? Okay, some steak sauce. Anyway, y'all, why y'all get me started? Why y'all get me started? Why y'all get me started? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Release them. Okay, just saying. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, y'all, let's get into. See, look, I put up the dancing thing to lighten the load of talk about mammograms and breast cancer. I done went into child release addiction, whatever. And child, what can I get? Child, I gotta ease my way into stuff. Let's start here, okay? Because this is something funny. I gotta lighten the load or whatnot. Now I am 44. And I can say I have never had a hamburger from McDonald's. Okay. I don't know the difference between a Whopper and a Big Mac. I don't know. Like, which one is the Big Mac? Is that the McDonald's one or is that the Burger King one? I'm not sure. I have never had a hamburger from McDonald's. I've only had a burger from Burger King maybe twice, like a Baconator, and that had to be maybe 10 years ago. I am not a burger person from places outside of like Five Guys, outside of like a Coney Island. I'll get me a bacon deep burger from Coney Island. Okay. But I'm not a Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King hamburger eater. However, this Caucasian man right here, who I guess he's the CEO of McDonald's, he tried to trick y'all, child. It's a new burger called the Archer.
Eat this for my lunch, just so you know.
Now, first of all, I don't trust people in turtle. Is it AI? His neck real long. Okay, I don't trust folks who be in sweaters with a button-up shirt underneath it. I don't trust it at all. Okay, so he looked like he's full of crap. Just saying.
So here we go. First, holy cow. God, that is a big burger. We've got a very unique kind of sesame poppy sort.
Why all them seeds on that bun? Okay. Why is all them seeds on that bun? I don't want seeds in my mouth.
Sort of bun on it. We've got 2 quarter-pound patties, a delicious big arch.
Now, it's 2 patties on that thing. Why it look flat though? Okay, did the burger have a mammogram? That's a flat ass burger.
Sauce, and of course some lettuce. So, there's so much going on with this. First of all, let's try to get this thing. I don't even know how to attack it. Got so much.
So how you to see? You don't eat a burger, man. Don't you work there?
To it. Oh, there's also some crispy onions on here as well. I see those kind of coming out. All right, the moment of truth. That is so good. That's a big bite.
Did you piece the bitch? Did you piece the bitch? That man used the tip of his teeth and his lips to kiss that burger. Okay? That ain't enough to tell how it tastes. At all. What kind of mammogram burger is that, sir? What are teeth marks at, sir? I am confused. What is going on? So they put out the CEO of McDonald's put out this video, okay, to prove how good the burger is.
For a big arch, it's distinctively McDonald's. Only McDonald's could do this type of burger, but it also is unlike anything else on our menu. It's a delicious product. You've got sort of the cheeses and the goop.
Anybody who takes one bite of a burger and never bite it again. Because most burgers, you take one good little bite, chew a little bit, you then take a second bite. Okay. You take a second bite, usually before even swallowing the first full bite. You don't take two big bites. You take one like good medium sized bite and then a second bite the second time. Okay. This nigga, Caucasian man, took a itty bitty mammogram flat titty burger bite of the thing and never took a second bite.
But those crispy onions as well is so good. I'm going to do a tasting right now, but I'm going to.
What a fry is that? How the fry box halfway empty? The pop cup is halfway empty, but you want us to believe you ate the burger. Okay, so Burger King is ready as fuck. Okay, the Burger King CEO, the Whopper is Burger King. Also, Big Mac is McDonald's. Oh, okay. So he petty.
Not bad, right?
Only one thing missing. A napkin.
Now, Burger King person, okay. You took one bite too. I didn't see no meat in that burger. For all I know, that was all lettuce, tomatoes, and pickles. Okay. Now again, it was a big bite. It was. Okay. He fully swallowed. You have been swallowed up. Okay. Where's Chris Brown at? Where's Chris Brown?
Have you ever been swallowed up?
You've been swallowed up. The Burger King man, he did take a full big bite, but I'm like the McDonald's man showed us the burger he didn't eat. Where's the beef? Okay. But I'm like, but was it beef in there? Okay. Was it the hamburger patties?
Not bad, right?
Only one thing missing. A napkin.
But I'm like, sir, how we know it's beef? I don't know. I need people to know you're supposed to bite the look. The proper way to eat meat, okay, is sign that on me here. You hold it with your hands. Okay, you hold the beef with your hands. Okay, you fully put your mouth on it. Okay, you have to fully taste the beef, the meat in your mouth. Okay, and you have to savor the flavor, okay, of the meat. Because to me, the way to know how good and how juicy, okay, and how flavorful the meat tastes in your mouth is to just taste it. And sometimes you got lettuce, tomato, pickle, mayo, all the condiments. Okay, is it really a burger? It's a salad. Okay, so when people try to cover up the meat with all these other things, is the meat really good? Okay, I'm not saying all meat has to be this raw hamburger cooked, okay, cooked in the bun, but you want a little bit of pickle, okay, a little bit of whatever. But these people up here is munching on burgers and they not munching on the meat right. And this, he looked like he liked meat. Okay. He looked like, because y'all know me, I love me a drumstick. Okay. Yes, I'm talking about eating meat. I'm talking about putting meat in my mouth and how, people taste how stuff tastes. Okay. But this is fake advertisement. This ain't how you eat no fucking burger. No. You need little bits of condiments, not a whole bunch of condiments. Okay. Okay. Little ketchup, little mustard. Okay. You don't want because technically, if all of the ingredients fill your mouth up, ain't no room for the meat. Okay? If your mouth is full of condiments, ain't no room for the meat. Bitch, where's the beef? So when I see folk have burgers with a whole bunch of toppings, I'm like, you can't even taste the meat, bitch. You missing the best part. Okay? You missing the best part. And the best part of the burger is supposed to be the meat that goes in your mouth. Okay? And this man, we don't even see no meat on his burger. Now he also look like, he might like some beef as well. I don't know. I don't know these men. I don't really like. I don't live with them. Mm-hmm. Okay. You have to have a little bit. You want the little bit of beef and little bits of sprinkles of condiments to make it taste better. But no one wants meat going in their mouth with a whole bunch of extra stuff. A whole bunch of extra stuff. You want a little bit of extra stuff. You know what I'm saying? You want a little bit of ketchup, maybe a little bit of mustard. Okay, little lettuce. I don't know. Maybe you want beef and bacon. I don't know. I'm a beef girl. Hey, he took a little nibble. Okay. Don't nobody want they meat nibbled on. Don't nobody want they meat nibbled on, and don't nobody want they meat ate with the teeth first. I don't make the rules, but I just follow them. Okay. And I said, y'all up here biting on burgers for no real reason. Okay. And I don't like it. I said, cause what's going on around here? The fact that I went to that thing, cause I'm like, what can I get into that isn't too heavy? And as I'm scrolling, I feel like it's a whole bunch of extra shit that I'm like, is him saying, girl. Anyway, y'all, let's get into No, I just had the Baja Blast. Did you have a shot for me though? I asked you to, and you didn't respond. Can you imagine if I had a shot? Or did you? Oh, you did. Yes, you did. No, you didn't. You did not. Because I said, have a shot for me. And you respond back to other stuff, but not that. I'm just, I think I'm just trying to release the endorphins of a stressful 2 days, and so I'm letting it. I'm titties out. Okay, I'm at the mammogram place, and I'm like, ma'am, this titties, take them. Anyway, I haven't had a shot today. I did not. I had a Baja Blast that I told you about. And that's all. I can imagine how this show would go if I had a shot. Yeah, no, but you showed the thing. You sent me the shot thing before I said have a shot for me, but you had a shot for me, so that's okay. Look. That's why that's why y'all know I refuse to drink on camera. Could y'all imagine? Child. Was it Friday? I think Friday I had that shot of Duce on camera. And bitch, girl. Okay. Anyway, y'all. Then let's do now. Okay. Seriousness. Okay. I'm finna cuss out some children. And so I don't want anyone offended about me finna cuss out some children. Okay. Y'all ready? So I remember hearing this story. Okay. And I feel like, when they first talked about the story of a 12-year-old who was raped by a couple of kids, and we did not have much information. Okay. And I was like, this is insane. Okay. They now know the 12, 13, and 15-year-old and whatnot. Okay. Now, this is them in the court, right? Hold on.
12 years old? You're 13 years old?
Two middle school aged boys.
You have a grand jury indictment charging
Now facing serious charges to include kidnapping as adults, accused of a violent act of sexual battery. The 12.
Now, let me cuss them out real fast. I feel like we have to stop feeling like, oh my God, they're innocent little boys. Oh my God, no. When kids they throw rocks at a car. Okay, badass kids. You shouldn't do it, whatever. When you have teenagers or preteens committing violent acts against other people, fuck them kids. And if they're your kids, you should also say, fucking kids. We have to stop making excuses for kids who commit violent acts, because those kids grow up to be Diddies. Okay? They grow up to be Harvey Weinstein. They grow up to be adults who do the same shit.
12-year-old victim telling police as she was leaving her friend's house, 13-year-old Nelson Nunez grabbed her, forcing her onto a couch in a community garden. Another boy restrained her, she said, and as 12-year-old Josiah Jones put rocks in her mouth.
Now, what crazy motherfucker thinks, hey, I'm gonna put rocks in this girl's mouth to keep her quiet? Okay, so I need my brother to beat your ass.
Stop her from screaming. Nunez, she said, raped her. The co-defendants only stopping about 30 minutes later when they heard her father calling out her name.
So that's the gist of what happened. Okay, they got 3 boys in custody. One father of one of 3 boys, okay, felt the need to defend his son.
2 of the 3 boys arrested in this case formally entered not guilty pleas, requested jury trials, and invoked discovery requiring prosecutors to turn over all evidence. They also argued their clients, Jones and Nunez, should not be in adult jail.
At this point, you have a 13-year-old kid sitting in jail, and me and I think my co-counsel, the lawyer for the co-defendant, we both will be fighting hard to get our clients out of jail.
As for Jones's father, he tells us the allegations against his son are not true.
A young black man.
Anytime you start the conversation with a young black man, sir, if he was a young white boy, okay, a young Hispanic boy, okay, a young Asian boy, okay, a young anybody boy, okay, when people start the whole a young black, that means they want the black boy to come help the black boy. Did the black boy rape somebody? Well, then fuck your son.
I was visiting Miami. It was with the wrong 2 kids, a 15 and a 14-year-old. My son is 12 years old.
Then who the fuck had your son with kids he didn't know? Now, I am 44. Even at 12, 13, 14, whatever, I can't go visit anybody in any city, state, or dwelling who I see raping someone and I'm going to fall in line and help. Wanna know why? Because I'm not crazy. I'm not a rapist. Okay? So even if your son was hanging out with two men in them in Miami, once he realized what they were doing, run. Because I ain't with it. I ain't with it. Your son felt the need to participate in a raping. There is no excuse for that. I don't care if I'm with a 40,000-year-old old man or I am not participating in raping, killing anyone solely because I am with someone who is a bad apple. So you old tackhead ass daddy, cut them locks off, bitch. I don't like you. Okay. To make it seem that my son is an innocent black boy, okay, who was visiting Miami, okay, and was with the wrong crowd. Well, how did your son end up with the graping crowd?
And has a father that takes care of him.
Many rapists have fathers. That's how they got here.
These allegations are bogus.
Attorneys for two of That's the mother of 12-year-old Josiah Jones screaming at anyone who would listen after today's court hearing as her son faces charges as an adult in a case involving the rape of a 12-year-old girl.
I don't care if they get 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, 100 years. Guess what? I'm going to always feel like as a mother, as a woman, I'm going to always feel like it's not enough.
The girl's mother speaking to Local 10 recently saying she just wants justice for her daughter.
As she should. And I get it. Any parent wants to not abandon their child who's in some kind of trouble. Your child didn't rob a bank. Your child did not steal a car. Your child did not do some random criminal act where no one was hurt, but maybe some property got damaged. Your child participated in raping someone younger than him. Okay. So you can't play but my son is innocent. He was no. Mm-mm. No. And once it happened and he didn't tell the police, if your child don't snitch on what happened, he is a participant in it. And if you as his parent is trying to get him off, you ain't shit either. Because if you're great, you'll kill. Okay. And I believe this son was the one who put the rocks in the girl's mouth. So all the boys, okay, if the allegations are true, and it seemed like it seemed like the one boy daddy is saying, well, my son was only around the other two older boys who did it. Well, that's called an accomplice. That's called being an accomplice. Now, separately from this shit, one of the aunts, I don't know which aunt, I don't know who she is, I don't know what this bitch here.
Sean Duran, he don't give a fuck. He savage. So he like, shit, you been talking about you wanted to do this to me. You finna, do me like this. So I guess he got aggressive with her, and she was like, oh, no, I'm not finna do that. I'm not finna sleep with all of y'all. I'm only sleeping with him. So I guess whatever happened, while they was running the train on her, the lady who stayed upstairs.
Now, what kind of grown adult bitch gets on her phone and goes live to describe a 12-year-old who was involved in a train running? Now, first of all, at 12 years old, no one should even know what a train being ran on them means. Look, I remember I was in the 5th grade. I was in the 5th grade, and a neighborhood girl was knowingly. Now I don't know how old you are in the 5th grade, but we were both in the 5th grade, and she was knowingly having sex with different dudes in the neighborhood. And even though we all knew each other, I was like, bitch, why is she fucking on him? Girl. And like to where the other guy would watch her bang one. And you know what I'm saying? And for years she had the stigma of being the slutty girl. And I remember thinking, I don't ever want to be the slutty girl. So I ain't fucking nobody. I don't want to have sex. And I didn't even really know what sex was. But because I distinctively remember we at the neighborhood house hanging out, because back then we would all hang out at each other's houses. Okay. But there's one house where the hangout spot, the dude, you know what I'm saying, whatever. I know for a fact I saw her fucking 2 guys. And I said, I gotta go. I'm going, because this ain't my thing. I don't know what's going on. All I see is 3 people in a bed under covers, and I hear moaning. And I'm like, what the fuck what is this shit? Bitch, I want to go home. I don't know. But so I'm saying that to say regular kids can't even understand what any of that is. And that's why I was a virgin. I was a freshman in high school. And was I a freshman? No, I had sex for the first time after 8th grade. So between 8th grade and 9th grade, I had sex. That summer at French Road, whatever. But for years, while other kids in the neighborhood was having sex, I'm like, I don't want to do any of that. I don't no. So this grown adult trying to say, well, the 12-year-old girl wanted to get a train rent on her, and he got, girl, you're describing a grape. You are describing a grape.
The lady who stayed upstairs must have on her way down to check her mail, or you get what I'm saying, drop her garbage or whatever. She seen them, because how the building is made, where the lady who seen the kids is like right there, and the farm is right there. So you can look over her balcony and see everything was going on in the farm. So I guess she spotted them. So in the midst of her spotted them, she like, what y'all doing in there? So that's when she wanted to yell, y'all stop, y'all stop, y'all stop. But she went home. She never told her mama anything.
Because who wants to go home and say, Ma, I wanted to sleep with one boy, but 3 boys ended up doing it to me. Like, who at 12, who even has the mental capacity to explain that to their mama? Not to mention any trauma she has from her saying no, stop, and them not stopping.
Going on 2 days. She never told her mama anything. When the lady came to find out who daughter it was, she went and told the stepdaddy. So when the lady told her,
because she's a grown adult with good sense,
stepdaddy, that's when the little girl want to tell her mama. They dragged her from the park, they took her there, and they raped her. I ain't justifying nothing. Let me tell you something. I ain't finna sit here and read y'all comment. I got on here to check her. If you gonna tell a story the right way. Don't get on here trying to make it seem like my nephew on a run or for none of that. Because if he get direct 5-2, he already got a lawyer. But I know at the end of the day, your daughter ain't telling the truth. Your daughter only pressing charges because you forcing her to press charges. Your daughter was never a virgin before she got touched. So what I'm supposed to sit here and say? All they ass need they ass whoop. I'm an old school mama. I beat ass. My oldest daughter, 19 years old, 20 years old. I don't play that. I'm not none of them mama that side with no child. When you right, you right. When you wrong, you wrong. I ain't justified what none of them did. But when you get on social media, you trying to make it seem like, oh, it's just one side, when in reality, you know the truth, and it's not that side. That ain't finna go down like that.
Bitch, I hope all your coochie hair catch on fire. Okay? I hope you itch for life. Okay? I hope all the juice in your vagina dries up and all you have for the rest of your life is dry, rigid, raw, uncomfortable sex. There's friction, bitch. Because what kind of grown woman with a 19-year-old daughter is up here trying to defend and explain why a 12-year-old girl who isn't a virgin can't be assaulted? Why is your grown tackhead ass up here trying to say the mama wrong for saying it was grape because her daughter ain't a virgin? You dirty pussy bitch. Why would you ever fix your lips to excuse the fact that 3 boys doing it to one girl is okay because the 12-year-old said, I don't mind it? Like, no. No. At any time she said no, that's grape. If anyone is holding you down, that's assault. If they put rocks in your mouth to prevent you from screaming, that's assault. Okay, so I hope all your cootie juice dries up. Okay, this burnt vagina sex from the friction. Okay, it's gonna I bitch.
Especially when it comes to my family. How she know everything that happened and she wasn't there? Okay. Nobody got nothing to say? Like I said, exactly. Whether it's my nephew, right is right, wrong is wrong. I never justified what they did was right. At the end of the day, I told them they goofy. All y'all going out of that one little pussy, it's plenty of little young girls out here that's fast. I didn't even fuck with my nephew for doing what he did.
It's almost hurtful to me to watch her be so dumb.
You told your nephew there's plenty of young coochie out here? That's why kids should not be banging. Because what adult is telling another kid, hey, it's plenty of free coochie. And this is one thing. If you want to have sex, if that's your choice, yes, you should only have consensual, agreed upon sexual encounters. I agree with that. However, to bring that part up when your nephew was accused of raping someone with 2 other boys, bitch, you sound stupid. Saying, oh, y'all goofy for raping someone, you sound like a predator yourself. Who you raping?
Because I got daughters too. But at the end of the day,
well, you better hope your 9 virgin daughter don't get that cootie.
I'm not saying they right what they did, but when y'all get on social media and trying to say certain things that's not true, I ain't finna sit there and let you say nothing about my nephew. He's not on no run. He has a court date. He goes in on the 5th. That's the reason why the news saying he's not getting charged as a juvenile. If anything, you heard her say in the beginning, the other little boy didn't get charged. That's the other little boy that she was having sex with before. So how y'all not finna charge him? But y'all charging the rest. Y'all supposed to charge all of them that was there. It wasn't just them 3 there. It was about 5, 6, 7 boys in that field.
So a 12-year-old is surrounded by 5, 6, 7 boys, and you upset because your nephew and girl. In closing, I need people to not be dumb. Okay. At the end of the day, you should teach your children, especially your sons, hey, always ask for consent. Okay. If at any time the person says no, stop. I guess we now also have to say, don't participate in trains. Okay. Don't participate in trains. I do not feel like anybody can normalize trains. I can't. I feel like you have to be a full-fledged adult who loves sex, and maybe you want a lot of dick. I don't think anyone under the age of 25 should ever say, you know what, yeah, I want to fuck 4, 5, 7 people. Yeah, at one time, on the same day, in the same time, one after the other. I don't think anyone can really make that decision at all. And she's 12. You know what kind of mental issues that girl has to have to think that's normal? So on top of us having to make sure our sons, nephews, grandsons, all that, no, you have to always get consent. And once she says no, or he, or whatever, once the other person says no, stop. Also tell them, hey, you should never participate in group sex. It should never be you and a whole bunch of dudes and one girl, because either way it goes, it doesn't look good. Okay, it's too many cooties in the world for you and 4 fat other guys wanting to get with one coochie. Just saying. Just saying. So either way it goes, this shows the parents of these kids failed them, because a 12-year-old girl should not be aware of all of this sexual stuff. She should not even think about banging more than one dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then the girl. So if you are the parent of the little girl, I do feel like if it's true that one, she's not a virgin, and two, she wanted all this extra. I'm wondering what is going on in her life at the house that's her outlet, and then for the boys, what kind of sick, twisted family of all them boys have them thinking, yeah, this gonna be fun. Let's all gather around one girl and bang, bang, bang. Like, that's crazy to me. And again, there's a difference between, hey, we all adults. I'm with my man, you with your man. Maybe it's a group sex session in one room of grown adults, but these are children. And any adult trying to rationalize why the boy did it and how they're not really rapists and how the girl is promiscuous at 12 and she wanted it is insane to me. Completely insane. Now let's have an adult conversation. Okay, we're gonna switch gears. Okay, let's change the atmosphere. They wrong, send the boys to prison. If you are an adult and you like sex, then do what you gonna do. But you have to be an adult in your own mind, in your own body, agreeing to do what you want to do. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But that's not what happens when you are a 11, 12, 13. Even me having sex for the first time at 16, I think, I feel like we don't even fully know how to have sex at that age. I think, boys is like they just humping and they, splat, splat, splat. And girls, we're just laying there like, well, okay. Like we don't really be knowing that kind of stuff. So I'm like, I want there to be more conversation. I think because when we grew up, our parents was never like, okay, this is what sex is. This is what it feels like, whatever. There's a conversation about, okay, do not have sex too early. Use condoms. You don't want to get pregnant. You don't want to get STD. But there is not a real conversation about what it's like to have sex, what it's supposed to feel like. Because look, if you're gonna fuck, make it good, okay? And I feel like from 16 to around 19, I didn't have my first orgasm until I was 19. Oh no, wait, yeah, I was 18. I was 18. So 2 years of fucking. I mean, it felt good. But when what I'm saying, so again, people, I'm like, you not even old enough at that age to even, you're not really doing it. It's not even sex. It's not for what it's supposed to be. So they're too young to even have those experiences. Us as adults, once you're an older teenager, late teens, early 20s, like I just want people to have more honest conversations about sex, about what consent is, about look, you should never feel like, because you like this boy, this little manager, little boy, okay, and he wants you to fuck him and his friend. If you like him, you don't have to do that. But I'm like, I don't know anyone who will say, don't fuck him, don't do that. But sometimes, or to the boys, hey, and you like this girl, and she said, hey, if you like me, eat my coochie. Don't get her pussy. It could be dirty. Is she clean? Like, have those kind of conversations, because you don't want anyone not understanding what consent looks like and how running with the wrong crowd, again, even being in the wrong place, wrong time, can cost you your life. And that auntie, I hope her coochie fall out. Anyway, because I'm like, bitch, what? I'm gonna get into the other stuff tomorrow because I don't even want to get into any more foolishness. Bitch, I don't have, girl. How do we get here? Y'all take 30 more seconds, okay? Like the video, okay? And then we'll finish up some other stuff. Okay, let's get into some weird white people stuff. Now, first of all, I don't know who Benny Blanco is. Is he a singer? Is he a rapper? I saw him on RuPaul Drag Race last Friday. But I don't know who he is. Now I know it's Selena Gomez or whatever. When I seen her kissing this man's feet, and his feet look dirty. Now, I think they married or they're together. They're a couple. or whatever. But I'm like, now why are you kissing dirty feet? Look, and again, when we discuss desperation of women doing things because they like a boy.
Oh, don't make it a moment. Oh, no, I wasn't. I liked it. It made me feel good. I love you so much. Mom said I was very... You like that? Oh, don't make it a moment. Oh, no, I wasn't. I liked it. It made me feel good. I love you so much.
Now, you out the blue while he's having a conversation with whoever, you bend over and kiss his toes, and when he makes it a thing, oh, don't, bitch, you kiss his feet. His dirty feet. I am not a feet hurt. I don't like feet. I don't at all. Get your feet away from me at all times. Sitting in front of a camera and kissing some man's dirty feet is insane to me.
To the fullest extent. The whole goal here, this entire home is just...
see if you guys can pick this up.
I was gonna pick up. I like that.
I was just...
Now, in my house, nobody's allowed to wear shoes past the front door. Okay? Your shoes are taken off at the front door. I don't want you tracking nothing in my house. I don't understand people who walk around their house and their feet get dirty. How your feet dirty at the house? How your floor that dirty? You don't clean the floor? So even having dirty feet is weird to me. But bitch, kissing a man's dirty, because his feet look dirty here too. Kissing a man's dirty feet is weird. You should not be that in love, that confused, that weird. Okay? What is wrong with people? Okay? I said that's some weird shit. I don't like it. Okay? Other weird shit, but not weird shit. Okay? Portia and her little girlfriend child want us to believe they are together and happy. No music. So they're at a like a jet airplane hotel where the room was like a plane or whatever. It's cute. Look, I'm not saying now that's a nice thing. You walk out of a fake plane into a pool. I'm not saying that Portia does not deserve happiness. This is what I am saying. Portia has paraded people around and made it a story of hers of how happy we are together. Her with Cordell, her with Dennis, her with Simon, because she continuously posts this kind of stuff with whoever she's with at the moment, that makes this less personal. It makes it less important because you always do this. This ain't nothing new. With every person you're with, there's a celebration of love. We're so happy. I'm so happy. She said, Bali with you was like nothing I've ever experienced. I love you, baby. Sway Pro. We live in the moment so much we haven't even posted, but now y'all about to be sick of me. Again, girl, I'm not trying to be a Portia hater. All I'm saying is when you have the same routine in every relationship, it makes it less special. It makes us feel like this ain't nothing new. When we see Kelly Rowland out the blue post something of her husband, lovey. Aw, because we know they together, but we don't see that much. Okay. But when we see people who show they love periodically, it makes it more special. When you have been in a relationship after the other, and you always have the photo shoots, you always have the vacations, this is just a day, it's just regular. I don't feel like you love Sway the Pro any more or less than you love Simon or Dennis or Cordell or anyone else. Okay? What you need to do is stop making your relationship your storyline in life. Just live it. Live it. Once you start posting it as content, it becomes content. It becomes staged content. You're recording this to post later because that's what you do every time. It's always love, hugs, pictures, videos, clothes, planes, girl. But she wants y'all to know that's her girlfriend, and she's so happy, and they so in love, and she ain't never ever been loved like this before. That's what she said with Simon. That's what she said with Dennis. That's what she said with Cordell. So when I see her post, it's kind of, now she got me blocked, okay? But when the blog showed me what Portia posted, I always feel like, girl, keep it. Keep it. Portia will have to stay with Sway the Pro for at least 5 years for me to believe this is real. Because Simon was, oh, the love, be his peace, my peace. I love him. I am now a Nigerian girl, and now you led me on the water. Okay. Lesbians suck. Anyway, I'm sorry. Because I'm like, what is wrong with y'all? It's weird. And I'm like, just stop it. You don't need to do any of that. Oh, Tyler Perry, bitch. Tyler Perry. I think she does still have that YouTube channel, but like Nene, and I like Kenya a little bit too, she don't use it. Y'all know anytime Portia gets a new penis or vagina in her life, she drops all her other extra money making things, okay? But I'm pretty sure if they break up, she'll go back to it. Now, remember, y'all, Tyler Perry was being sued for $77 million, okay, from the second accused. So the first guy was the one from the show, what's he on? What's that show called that's on there? The Oval. Yo. That guy, that's one lawsuit. This guy had one role in the Madea Halloween Boo movie, okay? Mario Rodriguez, okay, filed a $77 million actual battery lawsuit against Tyler Perry, alleging that Tyler made multiple unwanted actual advances towards him back in 2016 or whatever, and now he's suing. Derek Dixon also sued too, and Tyler Perry is, I didn't do nothing. It wasn't that. Now, per TMZ, they pulled Tyler document. Anytime someone says Tyler said, all that means is Tyler's team has filed some response, and the courts is saying what Tyler says. So, per TMZ, the documents, they're saying that Tyler is saying the allegations have no basis in fact or law, and no merit. Okay, he further claimed that Mario treated him like a personal bank after receiving a very minor role in a single film, meaning when he said, "Look, he had a little role in one movie 10 years ago." Okay, that's it. That's all. Now, Derek Dixon was in, I think, one movie and then one show. Okay, this guy had this one little role in one little movie. Okay. But again, Mario treated him like a personal bank after receiving a very minor role in a single film. Per Tyler Perry's law response in the courts, he says Mario only began asserting that their relationship was non-consensual after Tyler stopped covering rent, car payments, medical bills, and other unpaid costs. Okay, so Tyler wants the lawsuit dismissed. Now, to me, if this is Tyler's response, that's a little bit of an admission that yes, we had some type of sexual relationship. Okay. Yes, he was in one of our movies. Yes, we had an actual relationship. However, while I paid the bills, it was consensual. We doing it. Okay. It's consensual. And then once I stop paying him money and paying bills, all of a sudden it's not. Child, Tyler, release the text. Okay. I feel like when you are having a relationship with somebody, the text messages show consent or not consent in some kind of way. I want to see the text, but I haven't seen it yet. We shall see what he said. Hey, get out my face. What's his man's name? Matthew knows. When I put on the thing that Beyonce daddy ain't shit, I'm not going to go 3 hours because I'm tired already. When I said Beyonce daddy ain't shit, I need folk to understand. Matthew knows to me ruined Destiny's Child in many ways. I think the breakup between the girls when they were younger was a little bit of Matthew and the girls as well. I feel like the reason we have not gotten a DC3 reunion, I don't think any of them wants to deal with Matthew because he owns the rights or stuff to the earlier things. I think Beyonce and them don't want anything to do with him. He was doing an interview, okay, and the guy, the reporter guy, was talking to him about, hey, giving flowers to you as well as Tina. Anybody know Destiny Child was really created and built to where it got to based on Matthew and Tina, not just Matthew. And when the guy was mentioning giving them both flowers, he had to question what Tina did.
Earned your flowers. I've said the same thing to Tina Knowles. You guys put in the work, and obviously the talent was there with your kids and your grandkids.
What work does she put in?
In the hair,
Okay,
clothing,
yeah, you're absolutely right. And the styling.
The styling.
The imaging, you're right.
She claimed to have preyed on the name, and different aspects of that.
Sure. Sure.
So, yeah. It's a joint effort.
We'll stop now.
Sorry, did I say something wrong?
No. We're good.
All right.
We're good.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it.
To cut the interview and want to stop it because he's saying, hey, it was a collaborative effort that created the success that was Destiny Child. For him to want to feel like it was just him. What did she do? Bitch, she birthed Beyonce. Okay? She birthed Beyonce. And Tina was helping them in styling and in hair to want to make it seem like, well, what did she do? Like, who even says that? What person says, well, what did my wife, who helped me be able to even manage our kids? Because while you was out doing whatever, who the fuck was watching Solange? Who helped you be the manager? Okay, who helped you get the girls together? When y'all ain't had the money, who styled the girls? Who made the costumes? What made you think because you were the manager and the official way of it, that means no one else can get any shine for helping them be who they were? Beyonce daddy ain't shit. Because to not want to acknowledge that both you and Tina sacrificed so that the group could be what it was. Yeah, also took in Kelly. And
thank you. Thank you. You've earned your flowers. And I said the same thing to.
And his first statement was, "You've earned your flowers." And I also said that to Tina, Tina knows as well.
It's Tina Knowles. You guys put in the work, and
y'all put in the work.
Obviously, the talent was there with your kids and your grandkids.
What work did she put in?
What work did she put in? Beyonce and Solange are so talented that for him to feel like it was all him is crazy. Because as much as we love Beyonce, I also love Solange. We see Blue, who is going to be a star in her own right. Okay. If you think that you molded those girls of your own making and that had nothing to do with Tina, when Beyonce has praised how her mama poured into her as a kid, what makes you feel like you're the only one
in the hair,
okay,
clothing,
yeah, you're absolutely right, and the styling,
the styling,
the imaging. You're right.
She claimed to have preyed on the name, and
she birthed Beyonce, bitch, and Solange.
Different aspects of that.
Sure, sure.
So, yeah, it's a joint effort.
We'll stop now.
Sorry, did I say something wrong?
No.
All right.
And he wants to end the interview. I feel like there's a reason that we do not see none of the girls with Matthew. Now, do I think, Beyonce and Solange love the daddy? They do love the daddy. I think they also know the daddy ain't shit. And this, to me, is probably proof of how he is and why we don't see them together as much. And Tina was working in a salon because he quit his job to manage the group. You didn't help them get their swag, their style. I'm pretty sure you were not who they went to on hard days. So to not want to acknowledge Tina also, because the guy said it was a collaborative effort, meaning both of y'all had to pour into the group and y'all daughters, and not only that, as a family, to help the group become what it was. If you think you did all of that on, bitch, girl, if you think that only your antics as the daddy is the reason why the group was successful, that's why you haven't had not one successful group after that. Because once they figured out, oh, he's the toxicness here, let's all separate from him. It's the reason why we always see Beyonce with Tina. Again, not saying they don't love their father, but business-wise, it's the reason why Beyonce has separated herself away from her daddy. It's a reason to why Solange has separated herself professionally, musically, from the daddy. And the fact that he cheated on Tina, had that baby, okay, that kid that we don't discuss, the things Tina went through, the things she sacrificed, the things she sacrificed as a wife and as a mom and as a woman, because her husband wanted to be the manager of the group. And you don't want to just acknowledge, it was a collaborative effort. While I was the person pushing them on the management music side, yes, my ex-wife was very helpful in the other things as well. She did help stop. If you think Destiny Child wasn't influential in how they dressed and their outfits and their style and their hair that Tina did. Yeah, that's why I always say the issue them girls had as teenagers, Matthew was the reason it happened. I feel like if Tina was more involved back then, it may have been a whole different group. Now I'm happy that we got Michelle for sure, but a part of me feel like because Matthew was so stupid, he caused more issues, and I think that's why when they got older, the girls were then able to, be around each other, to heal from past bullshit. Cause shit when you a kid, you teenage, once you 20s, 30s, 40s, you realize none of that shit matters. I blame Matthew, and this to me is proof her daddy ain't shit. Her daddy ain't shit. And the fact that he's promoting a daddy child tribute concert, and it says he claimed there were multiple questions about Tina when it was supposed to be about the upcoming performance. We don't care about you. And how do you think you can have a conversation, an interview about Destiny's Child, which is Beyonce, Kelly, Michelle, Latavia, and Toya, and not speak about Tina? So they can discuss you, but not Tina. So fuck Beyonce daddy today and forever. Okay. I want to get in. What I want to do next? Let me see. Let's do Ray J. Now, Ray J mama, I don't know where she was. I don't know what happened. I don't know where the original video came from. I can't find it, and I didn't look too hard. Okay. We know Ray J has a heart condition. He was in the hospital. He has since gotten out of the hospital. And the antics that Ray J puts online, to me, makes it feel like Ray J is not seriously considering how unhealthy he is with his heart based on tests he had done. Okay. And I feel like I'm happy, Mama Sonya came out and said something. Now she was talking real slow.
I just felt today, which I probably should have done a long time ago, but it's just really gotten out of hand when someone thinks that my son
so again, she was talking real slow. I can't do it. And I also said, damn, I forget that she's aged. I'm like, damn, she's older now. I be forgetting. I had to download it and speed it up, bitch, because I did not want to sit through the slow talk. So I sped it up a lot. So her voice is weird because it's on fast forward.
Which I probably should have done a long time ago, but it's just really gotten out of hand when someone thinks that my son is faking his health, or it's a hoax, or he's just playing around. He's not really serious about it. For all of you.
Now, Mama Norwood, I don't think anyone think Ray J's faking. I think we all feel like there's something wrong with Ray J. I think the issue we have is Ray J doesn't seem to be taking Ray J seriously. I think Ray J and his antics are the reasons why we feel like he's not taking things seriously. Anyone who can remember how Ray J was, years ago versus him now, you can tell that he is either highly on the drugs or something's wrong. but he makes it seem like he don't think he's really sick.
You who have been genuinely concerned about him and genuinely prayed for him, I want to say I thank you very much for that, because it takes multiple prayers and thoughts for things to change. And I'll start off by saying that never in my lifetime would I have thought that there would be someone as close to us who would experience it. And on January the 6th, 2026, I received a phone call from Ray's friend Truth in Vegas. And the text basically said Ray is in the hospital. So I spoke to him about it, Truth, and he said that they believe that it could be pneumonia. And pneumonia, I said he just had pneumonia in November. So I calmed down a little bit, and then I spoke to Ray. And Ray says, Mom, it's probably nothing. It's just probably remnants from the old pneumonia, because maybe I didn't take all of my medicine and it's back. Okay, so my husband and I flew to Vegas, only to find my son in emergency with severe chest pains.
Ray J, to me, has been drinking and drugging for a while. Okay, he's been partying for a while. And I think it has finally caught up to him. And he just makes it seem like, child, he just still partying.
And could barely move. Tucked in a hoodie, wrapped up because he was cold. And of course, it was too early in the morning, I guess, because no doctors had been around, but I have to say the nurses were great. So the next day, they did an angiogram. And the angiogram indicated that he had a serious heart disease, was when blood was pumping 15 to 20%, blood flow was 15 to 20% to his heart. Now, anybody that knows that, they understand that that is a very serious condition. It was so scary and serious that every other word that was explained to us was, this is life-threatening. It's like it rings in my ear, life-threatening. It's almost like if he made one move or did one thing, it's life-threatening. So they determined that he had cardiomyopathy. And from how they explained it, it was not enough blood pumping into his heart. They put him on 5 medications at that hospital, along with an IV, to try to increase the flow of blood to his heart. 7 days we were there. 7 days, watch him go through much pain, a lot of needles, a lot of testing, to determine how serious this was for his heart. We were told that if he had not checked himself into that hospital, that he could have had a heart attack. And that everything he did, every move he made, every eye-opener he had, I was on it. Because I didn't know what to expect. Too many people telling me that he could die. He could die, he could die, he could die. So, after 7 days of being there, we were sent home and was advised for us to get a local cardiologist, which we did. We were told that he still can be active, he still can engage, he still can stream, he can still act Ray J, but he has to do it with limitations, with certain rules. So while yet you see him, he's still going to be Ray. He's still with restrictions. And I still worry. I worry that he thinks he's well enough to be as active as he used to be. I sent him a text message, and my text message is, Ray, meds plus rest equals a healthier heart.
I think Sonya, and Brandy Child, Big Willie, the daddy, I think all of them know they can't force Ray J to do nothing. I think they all know Ray, they're going to Ray J. All we can do is suggest what you need to do. And if going to the doctor and being told your heart, child, could go out on you, and you're not sitting down to get it under control first, you're still Ray J-ing, I think that's hard for the family, because they like, he on his Ray J shit, and we like, well, sir, Take your medicine and sit down some damn where. Ray J has enough money. He don't have to do all this. I think he just likes it. And that's the sad part.
That's my text message to him. And all I'm asking for those of you who are genuinely concerned about him is to pray. I think that he is improving, and I think the doctors here, the cardiologists here, has given us more hope than what we would have expected. And although his heart won't be back to 100%, and like the doctor says, practically no person has 100% beautiful heart like that. So
also, my bio dad had heart failure, heart disease. He had heart disease, to where his heart, the percentage of his heart went down over the years. So like he had it for years, and then because he died, last year. What year is this? No, he died in 2020. What year is this? 2026. He died in 2024. So this will be 2 years come this summer. But his heart used to be still low, but not as low. And then, 2 years ago when he passed away, his heart, because if you don't handle the shit, it does get worse. So you can live with heart issues if you fix stuff and follow the regimen and take your medication. But if you just don't do shit, child, it's gonna go down. So I'm hoping Ray J don't be on no bullshit.
I'm just asking you guys to continue to pray for him. This is not fake. It's not a hoax. It's not him trying to get attention. It's not him making fun of any person with heart disease. It's not any of that. He's trying to adjust to a condition that he has.
And that was really it. She the mama, okay? And all she probably wants her son to be healthy and to be around here forever. But I think she know my son be on some bullshit, and I can only control so much. But what I can say is that ain't fake. I didn't ever think it was a hoax. Now, do I think the blood from his eyes was dumb? Yes. But did I think him in the hospital was wrong? No. I do believe Ray found out his body is going through things. But Ray needs to take the shit serious. Girl, get your son. Go sit your ass down. Okay? Sit down. But he won't. What I want to go to next? I want to do Diddy Diddy update. Diddy he in prison still, okay. But however, his release date has been pushed up, okay. Diddy, who was serving 56, was it 56 months? How many months did he get? I don't know. He was out date was supposed to be June 4th of 2028. His new out date is April 25th, 2028. So still in 2 years. Okay, still 2 years away. Look, the fact that Diddy, once he gets out, would have served roughly, 2-3 years in jail. I'm fine with that. You know what I'm saying? Do I wish he could have did more? I mean, I do. I wish. But he's been in there since. Let me see. He's been in jail since September 2024. So when he gets out in 2028, it would have been almost 4 years. So that's something we can hope for. But again, do I hope they keep pushing up the date? No. Leave his ass in there. Janet Dickinson said that Tyra was a hardcore bitch on the show. Tyra was going off on girls so bad and blah, 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 blah. I only mentioned this to say, and I made a comment, and I said I would never accept Janice Chrome Face Dickinson trying to make Tyra the villain, okay? No. Go have several seats on a cactus while being naked, bitch. Because no. And someone commented and said, oh, even a broken clock is right. Sometimes, bitch, that's what's wrong with America. Waiting for broken clocks to be right is what's wrong with the world, bitch. I said, girl, what the fuck you mean? I said, relying on a broke clock to be right even once is what's wrong with the world, bitch. And I am not defending Tyra. Do I think she's an innocent? Well, no. Tyra does have her part to play, but Janice, bitch, so do you. So do you. And anyone trying to make it seem as if, well, you know what? It really was only Tyra. Tyra's the culprit. Tyra did it. It's Tyra. No, bitch, it's both. It's you two. So anyone, Miss J, Mr. J, Nigel, Kim, anyone trying to say Tyra was the worst, bitch, I don't care. All of y'all was the worst. All of y'all participated in it. All of y'all. Okay. Little bitch. Pinky Cole, who will be on the new season of Housewives of Atlanta, has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Now, she owns the Slutty Vegan brand, and she is filing for bankruptcy. Now, folks brought up, people on this show, they broke. I need people to get bankruptcy does not always mean someone is broke. Okay? Bankruptcy does not always mean, oh my God, they're going to be homeless. They have no money. It usually means it's restructuring. Okay? And if you owe a whole bunch of people and you tired of paying it and you want to restructure how you're paying it back, ain't nothing wrong with that. A lot of people file for bankruptcy to fix something. I know she owes a lot of money. She owes $1.2 million to the U.S. Small Business Administration. She owes about almost $20,000 to the Georgia Department of Revenue. It also brought up how a landlord filed a lawsuit claim she owed more than $87,000 in unpaid rent. So she got some bills. And I do feel like if you have all these bills coming in, with credit card bills, loans, all that stuff, you are an entrepreneur, you have your own business and things just on your head, we go file bankruptcy. It does. I hate the stigma that people put on her. Oh, see, she ain't got no money. See, she broke. And I'm like, that ain't got nothing to do with it. They brought up how Kierna filed bankruptcy, I want to say in 2024. And, she has her own business too. It's like, y'all gotta stop acting like, that means somebody's broke. If you owe $1.2 million to the business people, you owe 192 to that means you made some money. And most self-employed entrepreneurs, it's all they paying shit up front. And even if they're making a profit, they didn't owe taxes on that money, bitch. It's all right there. So leave the girl alone. Now I'm pretty sure she may have been smart. She may have been smart to file for the bankruptcy after they have filmed the season. So none of that will probably end up on the show. Now, if she does another season, now it'll come up then, okay? And then it will probably come up at the reunion. But again, yeah, girl, file after you film so they can't say shit about your money. Because we got time for that. What else I want to get into real fast before we get to people's? That might be it. Let's do Kenya. Kenya went live on her YouTube on Sunday. I did watch it. I was like, Kenya, girl, you failing. Not in life, because she did at one point say she hates how people like praying for her downfall or celebrating her, possibly losing her salon. And I am not saying, girl, you can't. My point is, Kenya's trying to fight the narrative that she owes back rent, about an eviction and whatnot. Kenya, you can't keep saying, well, I signed a 10-year lease with this location. I spent $300,000, building out this spot. I was supposed to be allowed 80 grand in renovation, whatever fees that I should have been reimbursed for. However, all the upgrades I did, 80 grand of it, the leasing company keep denying paying me for that. So because they deny, reimbursing me, I withheld my rent. You owe them rent. You owe them the rent money. So I think she's failing in trying to make a rational explanation about why they have her in court. You're in court for not paying rent because you did not pay the rent. Now we get it. You feel like they owe you reimbursement fees. They have not paid. You countersue them. Fine. However, I don't believe you can withhold rent anywhere, be it a commercial property or a residential. I don't believe you're allowed to withhold rent because you feel like they owe you something. I think if you have a dispute, you are supposed to put that money like an escrow or put it somewhere else in a holding while you go back and forth. If you haven't done that, then that's weird. Now the records has said the judge said, "Bitch, pay the 90K, pay 45 here, 45 there." You ain't do that. So I think she's failing in trying to rationalize why they are trying to evict her. She also spoke about the haters, child. The haters.
That's the ugly side of this business. You have people that are truly evil and obsessed fans, crazy haters, crazy bloggers that are obsessed with your, or should I want to get, that's I say mine, because I'm just going to speak to me right now. Obsessed with a.
Now she looks gorgeous. I love the red hair. She hasn't lost a beat in how she, expresses herself and whatnot. But girl. And again, I am not celebrating even her possibly losing her salon because I don't want anyone to lose their business. I think that's unfortunate. But I also feel like her big mistake was opening this huge build out salon when she ain't a goddamn hairstylist. I think that was her mistake.
Black women's demise or downfall. I'm okay.
It's disgusting.
I'm okay, and I'm gonna always be okay. I say, I always find a way to make everything work in my favor. Money, I'm good. Money is always gonna find a way to matriculate around me. So that's just how I've been my entire life. I'm a self-made millionaire. I do not need to rely on one paycheck. I was taught early on in my life, you need to have 7 streams of income, and I do. So please worry about your finances and why you need to keep your Verizon bill on or your T-Mobile bills on so you can talk or conjure up a whole bunch of hate and fake AI images of myself like I'm in jail or anything else like that. You guys need to cut it out. Like you need to find God. You need to find some happiness in your life, or you need to find some I'll let y'all.
Now find some dick, girl. Look, at the end of the day, I agree to her. I agree in her aspect. I agree in the aspect of there are people, YouTubers, bloggers, or whoever, who are relishing in what she's going through. That ain't my. When I tell y'all, I have completely revamped what I take in as far as content. I don't even watch many YouTubers anymore, but not for any other reason than 1, I'm busy, but 2, sometimes it becomes just too much energy or whatever. The only person I watch regularly is This Rocks. I always watch His Rocks. But because there are some times where people is like going in, I'm like, oh, I don't agree. So the most I do is I'll watch for 5 seconds, like a video, and I move on. That's just support. But I have seen other folks who like folks I don't even know who will be going in on her. And I'm like, I don't know why. I would never like Kenya ain't did shit, in my opinion, that warrants the people who really want her to fail. I don't understand that part of it at all. I know someone mentioned Alien and whatnot. I don't watch her. I've never watched her. Okay, she is a child. She is a completely negative person. There's a difference. There are people. Some people watch YouTubers and bloggers who create negative content. I don't want to watch negative content. There's a difference in cracking jokes a little bit, being a little bit shady, but not trying to put out negativity in the air. And I'm all about protecting my peace because I'm busy myself, so I can't even watch many people. I don't have time to do it. But I don't understand anyone who watches her because girl, she's a bitch.
Yeah, so clock that tea. Clock that tea. So conjure up a whole.
Now she also discussed. Did I haven't heard this? I didn't even like it. Oh, here we go. Yeah, she also discussed Brit Edie.
I'm sorry. You want me to repeat that? The clerk at the courthouse closed the case. So as of right now, the case is closed. So that's all. That's where we are. So what else is going on?
Somebody said, any last words for Brit Edie?
Any last words? Oh.
I think she already gave her last words. Who is this?
I think you're. Now I didn't say who is this hoe. I did not say this today, and I'm not gonna say it because unlike her, I've not burned my bridge with Bravo. I speak to them often, and trust me, you know, I've heard a lot of people saying things, and I'm not gonna be activated with the ghost. I'm just not gonna do that. I'm sorry.
Now I don't recall her saying anything else about Brit Edie at all. Brit made a post after the fact. For the past 2 years, I have dealt with ongoing harassment and unwanted behavior from the public in the same individual. Someone who publicly associates themselves with Bravo. I have stayed quiet. I have focused on healing. I have chosen not to engage. Let me be clear. Any continued comments, subtle shots, public mentions, or attempts to provoke me need to stop immediately. At this point, any continued behavior is intentional and reckless. Everything is being documented. I mean this in the most non-negative way.
Not on my watch.
Brit really is trying to play victim to Kenya. And I don't like it. You know, I don't think anyone has been harassing her, trying to provoke her. I don't think anyone's using her likeness. I think Brit started a beef with Kenya. And it's continuing. In general, I think, you know, I know Brit's supposedly going to file a new lawsuit federally against Bravo, whatever. You know, Bravo was staying really, really mum on Kenya until all of this blows over. But I feel like Brit wants to win this war, and I don't see it happening. You can't start a beef with somebody, and then when you lose the fight, you want to go to war. And you then want the person you kept poking to stop letting you know, bitch, I am Kenya Moore. You wanted to smoke? Well, here I am. What do you want to do? You know what I'm saying? No one, and I mean this in no mean, derogatory way, no one cares about you, Brit. No one. Your only connection to the blogs is the fact that Kenya mentioned you just in passing about, you know, the bullshit between y'all. Is Bravo probably going to pay her something to make her go away? Yes. However, you will always be looked at as someone who poked and poked and poked Kenya. And when Kenya retaliated in her own way, which got her set down from the show, and she's still sitting down from the show, you can't think that because of that reason, she won't have a disdain for you because of what happened. That's just not life. Who said that? Is what Kenya did wrong? I mean, for a workplace situation, yes. But do I blame Kenya? No. Am I upset with Kenya? No. Did Britt deserve it? A little bit. Did Kenya take it one step too far? She did. Do I blame Kenya? No. Is Britt innocent in this? No. Should Kenya put out up one? It wasn't even Britt. So if someone takes a fake picture of somebody else in my job, am I pissed? Yeah, but it wasn't me. But I'm gonna move on. It wasn't me, ho. I would drag you for that. You ain't had the right picture of me, ho. Would have been my thing. So I don't think. I can only speak for me. I've never said that Kenya was right in what she did. I've never said that. I don't know. I've never said that. However, Britt put in motion all this shit that led up to what Kenya did. Kenya didn't out the blue pull out a bullet and say, "Pop." She didn't. Britt started it. Kenya just went one step too far. But you can't fuck with me and try to control my retaliation. Now, I've always said, don't do shit you can't come back from. Kenya is learning her own lesson. So our opinions don't matter. She did something and she's suffering the consequences of it. However, Britt started it. And being somebody from Detroit, born and raised 313, don't start no shit with me, bitch. Because you don't want to see me upset with you. Leave me fuck alone. Because you won't like the result. That's my philosophy. So folk don't fuck with me. I also don't associate myself with folks that ain't in my circle. So even at work, you're my coworker. We have no personal nothing. You will never see me out socially with my coworkers unless it's a work event. Housewives requires people who don't really rock with each other to be beefing and be around each other. I'm not around nobody I'm beefing with. I ain't beefing with no bitches. So it's different. These shows put people in situations to be around people they don't really rock with, and they react, and sometimes shit goes left. On a regular day, this would have never made it to court. It would have been hashed out on the show. Kenya would have been held responsible for apologizing and acknowledging her wrongdoing on the show. Brit took this shit to the courts. Period. But she also started. But can you take it one step too far? Anyway, but King Girl, Brent, we don't care. Hey, Brent, we don't care. Cardi. What's left? Is it Cardi in them? I got 2 things left. I said, we want to be for 3 hours. Y'all said, yes, we will. Cardi and the people. A couple things. One, Cardi's concerts have been great recently. And there was a clip going around of Cardi at, I want to say, either the Sacramento show. It was some show. I don't know what show it was. It's in the past 4 days. And while performing, and I don't have the video, because the video is Cardi on stage performing one of her songs, and she's saying, "Yeah, nigga, ain't no bitch better than me. Okay, you can't play with me." She's using lyrics from a song. I'm too beautiful to be played with. I forgot the word. I'm too great. I'm too good. I'm too whatever to be played with. Blah, blah, blah. Meaning I'm a good girl. I'm a good girl. I'm too good for you to play with me, motherfucker. Ain't none of them hoes like me, bitch. But she's saying lyrics from her show. And a couple of blogs picked up Cardi around here, calling out the find it. And I'm like, she didn't say that man name. Cardi ain't not one time said that man name. And people were posting saying, Cardi is at her concert, calling out Stefan Diggs and saying he ain't shit. And I'm like, that ain't even what you said. So Cardi's point was, when she then came out, I said, hold on. Dear blogs, when I perform a song, I always introduce the song with a little razzle dazzle. Not everything is a shot or person. I'm repeating lyrics. Relax. And I'm like, they want stories. They want clickbait. They want all the attention. Okay. And the fact that they really was like, nah, she talking about the finance. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, the women he was with can then have a rebuttal. And I'm like, I don't think at all that she's doing that. I'm like, have y'all not heard the album? Have y'all not heard the album? Okay. The song says it. And she's giving a show. I watched y'all Cardi's tour, her amazing. She's performing. Okay. And when someone said, not all rappers get on stage and this be bullshitty, Cardi gave a show. And she's the lead Cardi along. That's part 1. Okay. Now, part two. Now we know that Tasha K owes Cardi B $4 million. Okay. Tasha K filed for bankruptcy because then she owes so much money. So basically because she owed Cardi B. And she ain't got the $4 million. She ain't got it. Okay. Now part of her bankruptcy was she had to pay, I think it was like 1.2 mil. What I have it? Let me see. Let's see this one. Yeah, so she was supposed to pay 1.2 mil over 5 years, but a part of that agreement was she would have to, present her financials like every so often. I forgot what the timeline was. Okay. She cannot criticize Cardi online. Okay. Cardi said, hold on, ho. Yeah. We want her monies. We need her to report to the thing, and we need to examine her finances. Because again, I think their thing is Tasha's probably making more money somewhere else. Is she hiding money somewhere? What is going on? I don't know. But judge, get Tasha K in the courtroom immediately, bitch, and look at the monies. I want to be sure, okay, that what she owed me, I'm gonna get. Okay, if she's out here with the monies, I want my money, bitch. Again, if you owe me 3.9 mil and I have to wait for 5 years to get 1.2 mil, every time I can, I'm asking for your stuff. Oh, she had to provide quarterly financial disclosures. So every quarter, so every 3 months, let's see your finances. What's going on? Are you making more money, less money? What's happening? Are you hiding stuff? I don't have time for that. So Cardi B said, bitch, I want it. I want it all. Now Tasha put up this on the Twitter. Okay. Transparency moment. Lately I've noticed that I haven't been quite been living up to my full potential. There is something extremely deep that I am allowing to hold me back. That was a revelation I got through prayer this morning. The revelation was resentment, a strong, deep resentment tied to the case I lost 4 years ago, but was filed on not the fact that this happened 9 years ago. The case was started 9 years ago. She lost the case girl. You imagine all you had to do, bitch, from day one was take down the post. And now, almost 10 years later, you're having to publicly face financial scrutiny because you refuse to just take down a fucking post, and it costs you lawyer fees. It's costing you about $4 million, bankruptcy and scrutiny. Now I know, and because of the bankruptcy she's going through the repayment one. Because it's repayment of your debt, is restructuring stuff if you're a business, and is liquidating if you have like this regular unsecured debt. Either way, Tasha's going through a bankruptcy because she refused to do one simple thing. Okay, so again, 9 years ago, I am deeply resentful at what happened, that I didn't even notice that my own anger at times was holding me back. After God revealed this me today, I am and I will release this resentment in the past ties to it, no matter what. I'm calling a therapist to specialize in resentment. First thing tomorrow, I'm being the change I want. I also have so many blessings surrounding me that any bits of anger can blind me. This stops today. It's not about me. It's not about what happened to me. It's about how I have the power to make things happen for me. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. I'm going to say this. Girl, could she have some resentment? She probably resents her own stupidity. And how, because she was so upset, angry, and blind, and her ego of not wanting to do one simple thing, that her whole life has changed based on her bad decision. So the resentment is probably at herself because she put herself in that predicament. Okay. Either way, Cardi B said, bitch, I want my money. I want my money today. Anyway, lastly, also, if y'all say, look, if you in Detroit, if you are in, gotta remove it, hold on. I have to stop it and start it again. Stop. Share. Instagram. Sometimes it pops off and I gotta put it back up. If you are in Michigan, in the Detroit area, Karla has a show coming up on March 28th. Okay, at Miss Eva's in Detroit. I will be there. She will be there. You should be there too. Okay, I will mention it, again and again and again between now and then. But y'all always say, "Are you ever out in Detroit?" I don't pop out publicly much to stuff. Karla show is probably the only place y'all are catching me out publicly. Anything else like a private, whatever. So again, if you live in Detroit or the area here, March 28th, Saturday, the show is from 8 to 10 at Miss Eva. You can get tickets. I think tickets may be before. I'm not sure. I gotta figure it out. But come on through. Okay. if you show up and I'm there, just come talk to me in between the sets. That's it. If Karla's on stage, okay, but in before her show starts, and then the break of it all, come say hello, and I'm fine. Okay. However, if she's singing, leave me alone, bitch. Leave me alone. Okay. After the show, that's fine too. But again, Saturday, March 28th, the show from 8 to 10. Come, have a good time, and whatnot. I will be there. Okay, I'll be friendly as well. But again, lastly, T.I. T.I. was on with Ebro and them this morning. He was first of all, because Ebro was the Ebro, Rosenberg, and Laura Stiles who were on Hot 97. Once they left, I deleted the YouTube, whatever. I don't care. I just realized they have a new page that they do their stuff on or whatever. And so they had an interview with T.I. And T.I. was discussing the beef with 50 Cent, that, the boys get involved and whatnot. And I got that part of it. Hold on.
It is you.
So I had to speed it up a little bit because it was like, how long is this? This is not like 9 minutes. It's 9 minutes. Now, T.I. versus 50, King, Damani, and even Buddy Red got involved. And this is T.I.'s, to me, this is his first full-fledged conversation about what happens and whatnot.
You were asked about verses on Shay Shay, and you were asked about verses with Gillian Wallah.
That's right.
Both of your
I was asked.
Right, but both
I'm
of your
not out here
responses
soliciting.
Yeah, but your responses led to 50 having something to setting it off. And I think we all pretty much agree, before we get off into it, none of us really love the whole posting of your lady. Nobody loves all that.
Bruh, let me tell you, just on some real shit, my man, it's 8 billion people in the world. Everybody ain't got to like me.
The fact that T.I. still looks young is weird. He's 44 years old now. I'm like, okay, T.I.
I ain't everybody cup of tea. I mean, I'm too strong for some. Might not be strong enough for others. It's fine. I'm cool with that. You ain't got to even fuck with me at all. Nigga, just don't disrespect me, man. I'm real big on treating other people the way I want to be treated. And I'm also real big on treating motherfuckers the way they decide they gonna treat me.
I'm the same. Okay. I am very respectful. I don't disrespect. I'm not mean to people. But if you come at me with disrespect, please know I'm gonna match you. I'll probably raise it 1 or 2 notches because I'm like, bitch, who you talking to? But I'm the same way. I treat people how I want them to treat me. And once you've shown disrespect towards me, I got you, bitch.
And it's really just I'm not here. I don't give a fuck who raps. I don't give a fuck who wants to do verses. Nigga, my life is full. I have a very full life. I mean, I'm wealthy enough. I don't chase numbers. I got enough money to do whatever the fuck I want to do. I want to go buy a house, I buy a house. I want to buy a boat, I buy a boat. I want to fly private, I fly private. I want to buy shoes, I buy shoes. I want to send my kids to school, I send them to wherever the fuck I want to send them to.
T.I. saying, bitch, I am rich. I don't have to do nothing for money, attention, or clout. Okay, if I want a house, a boat, a car, shoes, clothes, a burger, whatever I want, I can get it. I have a good life.
I live a life that I am happy with. I ain't chasing nobody else's success. God has blessed me. So I don't need nobody else to do shit for me to be okay. You ask me a question, as a man, I'm gonna tell you what the fuck happened.
Right.
And as a man, if you don't like what I said, then you shouldn't have handled it that way. And ultimately, all of the quietness that we're witnessing right now from dude, what would have happened if that quietness was practiced at the beginning?
Meaning, you quiet as fuck now. But someone asked me about what happened. I told them what happened, and you upset. And you then start posting shit because you upset. But bitch, you could have been silent because you're quiet now. You can't come at me and try to troll me, bitch, and think I'm not going to return fire.
Absolutely nothing. We wouldn't be here.
Nothing to talk about.
Nothing. There's nothing.
Well, so, but in that regard, there was some good promo out of this. I mean,
I don't give a fuck about that, man. I don't give a fuck about that, bro. What the fuck I need? Man, this same promo, $50,000 would have got it.
Right.
I could have spent $50,000 for the same level of promo.
Well, and you just said you're not chasing numbers for this album.
I'm not chasing it, but I'm just telling you that the amount of fucking hits and man, $50,000 would have got the same thing.
Right. Well, and I love the song, right? Like, I think unanimously when you put out the teaser,
Let Them Know song was already popping before any 50 Cent shit happened. So his point in saying, bitch, I didn't need to beef with 50 Cent for promo. The song was already hot before. I could have paid for the fucking promo. The fuck?
video, and it was Pharrell on production and y'all collabing, and the way you sound on the record, everybody love it, and
I appreciate that.
So I haven't heard any negative about the song.
No,
but I was just pointing out that moments like this do keep the story going, though.
What you mean?
Where you having a back and forth with anybody, whether it's 50 or anybody, that's the world we live in today.
But the thing is, you don't need that if you already have superlative product. If the product is already being received well, you don't need that. It's already growing. It's already gone.
Yeah.
That shit was already out of here. No. As soon as I cut my hair, that shit was gone. I didn't.
That's true. I was like, wait a minute. Y'all cut a fan again? Even that made me listen to the song. I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, it's a great song. I like the little thing. So he's right. No one would think about 50 Cent and the verses or whatever. We was like, oh, T.I. haircut, and he back rapping. We like it.
I need this.
Right.
I'd have kept my fucking hair if I needed this. You know what I'm saying?
Now, are you enjoying seeing your sons step up to the moment and the whole family concept? Are you enjoying
I don't enjoy it.
Now, I've made T.I.'s voice back regular and not spit up because he was being serious about the kids. I said, let me put his regular voice on, child. Let the regular voice for about a minute or so because he was being for real.
I do not. Simply because I've spent so much time trying to get this little nigga off the ledge.
Talking about King?
Yes. And now he has justifiable means to undo all of the teachings that I've been teaching.
Got it.
Meaning, I had, because y'all know King was a child, but. Okay? And if I'm trying to keep him from being but, for no reason, how can I contain him when he has a valid reason to go off the edge? Because King, I think the last time we saw King was at the Waffle House and a whole bunch of foolishness. Okay. And so that was the last, I think he got arrested or whatever. I don't know. It was a lot of bullshit. But King has been real quiet. That girl got pregnant, had that baby. So he has been like just minding the business. Being you mentioned the mama, bitch, I'm on go. I am trained to go.
Do not like this. No, I do not enjoy it.
Now, Domani kept us cool. Domani's always cool.
Guess what? What the fuck? What universe is this? You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, man, listen, man. I'm a logical, reasonable man of respect, bro.
Now, he's more calm now.
And I raise my children to be men of respect, logical, reasonable, and not to be emotional. And when I see King, how he moving, it's emotional, and I know, and me too, you know what I'm saying? Me too. You know, you drag the matriarch of our household into some nonsense. So the one thing that I am proud of out of all of this is that the women and children in our family see that it's a line of men.
I see.
That's here.
Right.
Against who the fuck ever.
train to go, bitch. Okay. That's how every male in the family should be about the women in the family. I'm knocking niggas' heads off first, asking questions later. Okay. Or I'm responding in defense of the women in my family, and I'll calm down later.
You know what I mean? And we not here to defeat. Like, I don't give a damn about beating. I ain't here to defeat. I'm here to defend. You understand? I'm here to protect what's ours, what we built. Man, this shit is, man, I die in the street about this shit, man.
I said, oh, he girl, I said, who do I? But that's his wife. Now T.I. in the past has been a cheater, a pumpkin eater, and maybe him going through all that shit, before has got him to a place of fully respecting his wife now and making sure the boys know to respect, whatever. But him saying, look, that's my old lady, okay? And I will die in the street over my old lady.
This shit dead ass serious to me. This shit ain't no motherfucking game. I'm not playing.
I said, girl, make sure you had a real voice on for that part of it. Now back to the weird voice.
Do you hit King when you see like him post a video? Do you immediately hit him and say anything?
I hit my forehead first. God damn. Like, bro, it's almost like I hate to see some shit going down, going to a direction where it's headed, but what the fuck can I do to stop it? Because I didn't send it there. I'm not the motherfucker that's directing. I ain't set the GPS, bro.
50 brought the mama up. I can't stop shit. I didn't go there. I was rapping.
The destination is the destination.
How do you turn it off though? Because you seem to have the ability to say, all right, this went too far. I'm not interested in this.
Right.
I'm going to focus another direction. How do you turn it off? And you just haven't been able to instill that part into King, maybe?
Man, to be honest with you, bro, I said that's enough. Really, I said that's enough when I seen that damn T-shirt. I said, man, this is enough.
King put a picture of 50 Cent dead mama on a T-shirt. So at least T.I. said, hold up. Let's not put the man dead mama on the shirt. And I think one reason why he may have said this, because God forbid 50 Cent went and posted something of T.I.'s dead sister, Peaches. Was it Peaches or Precious? I don't want to. I think T.I. was like, let's stop it here. Because if he bring up, anybody dead in my family, if he put my sister on a T-shirt or whatever, I'm probably gonna go to jail. Okay? So the T-shirt is maybe one step too far.
That's it. Oh, yeah. I said, man, chill out, bro. Chill out. Because again, I'm big on treating people the way I want to be treated.
Right.
I don't be out here just doing unto others in ways I don't want to be done. And so I don't want to see my children doing others the way, but they like, man, this is in response.
Right.
I'm like, man, but it's over with. Let it go. Let the shit go, bro.
Now, if it didn't involve your family in this way and it was really about rap.
Man, to be honest with you, bro, I've been extremely, I've exercised restraint. When I was minding my business at the Super Bowl and goddamn, and Shannon and Ocho, they asked me and he come up with the bullshit, the motherfucking Crime Stoppers commercial. And I am not ashamed. If I can, if I can find a way to motherfucking keep my motherfucking ass out of jail without sending nobody else to jail, why the fuck not? It ain't nobody who was, I was gonna keep it silent, but now since I seen this commercial, let me go ahead and rant. And let me go on and man, come on, bro. I'm talking to law-abiding citizens, reminding them that they have access to protect their communities.
If I'm working for Crime Stoppers, then hey y'all, if you see some citizens, if you see a crime, go ahead and speak up. Okay, I'm about to go to prison. I don't want to go to prison. And they told me if I tell y'all to tell, if y'all see crime, I will have less time. I'm all for it.
Law-abiding citizens do have the ability to call the fucking police.
Listen, I'm one of them. Yeah.
I think we all are here. I'm talking to law-abiding citizens. I didn't say, hey, criminals. Right. Hey, if you're committing crimes, I want you to tell on other criminals. That's not what the fuck I said.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the shit with me and Falant, when the testimony that was received was in no way incriminating to anybody there. I was subpoenaed. I was out on bond. $3 million bond, by the way. Already fighting a federal case. If I'm subpoenaed, I got to go. So when I went, called it how I saw it. I said, hey, man, I don't know who did it. I saw fire. I got low. We returned fire. I can't tell you this man is who did anything. I didn't see that. Mm-hmm. So to bring all that shit up when none of that shit is valid. None of it. Oh, and 594-58019. That's my federal number. Pull it up.
Sheriff said, bitch, pull me up. Okay, 777-9311. Pull it up. Call the number. Okay, pull up all my shit. If if 50 Cent wants to say I'm a snitch, nigga, pull up my shit. Here, this is the number.
Name, birthday, all of my motherfucking my plea agreement, all that shit. It's all in there. It's in there. The court minutes, you can pull up every goddamn time I went in court. See everything that was said. If you care enough, 594-58019. My name, birthday, that number, get you anything you want. If you care enough, go get the fucking information. Go ahead. And where's this fucking person I told on? It's been 20 fucking years already. This motherfucker ain't got
I ain't said anything.
I'm a terrible.
I gotta let you know.
I'm a terrible rat.
I'm not keeping track of none of this.
I'm a terrible rat, bro.
Because you know the internet.
I done told and it didn't get nobody no time. How the fuck does that work?
You know the internet's gonna make narratives, right? Like people gonna throw paperwork up. Sometimes it's fake, sometimes it's real. Tell stories that ain't real, all that. But once again, when it gets to these lyrics and these raps, what you've delivered, I feel like with let's see here, what was it? Lessons. You put out 2 records now.
Nah, there's been 3.
3 records.
It's been 3. Well, maybe 4. But
you have to admit
if you include war, it's been 4.
I got it. 4 records.
Yeah, simply because I make music. I don't make memes. So every time I don't have a meme to post.
And 50 Cent has a history of when he's fuzzing with folks, he posts memes. Pictures, memes. He like, look, bitch, I don't do memes. I'm a rapper. Okay? If I want to retaliate, I'm gonna retaliate in a rap.
Not doing that. And if the most responsible, mature thing that I know how to do is get my ass behind that mic and talk my shit on a record. That keep me from looking at my phone, yelling, looking like King, talking crazy. You know what I mean? Every time
out here catching strays.
Man,
Yo, King.
every time.
King gonna go at Dad next. Here we go. He gonna have a record for you.
We've been there before. But listen. Nah, that. Every time I see some shit and I get pissed off, I just start going through beats. And I usually just pick the first one I hear. And I just go, I ain't bullshitting, bro. I'm not trying to make a bop. I ain't trying to, because I got one out there already. I'm delivering a message.
Yeah.
And hope it hits the motherfucking ears I want.
But it looks like people are positively responding to you getting to these raps. And I have to ask you as a hip-hop fan, too, right? Like, we're living in a time where people are dissecting lyrics, man. After it felt...
I think that's all I wanted to hear him say. I think I was supposed to cut it off at this part, and that's that. My point is, I like T.I. saying, one, I don't want my kids having to go out here and beef with folks. However, I am appreciative that they were out here defending my wife, their mom. Okay. He also was saying basically 50 is the bitch. 50 is the bitch. He gets on fucking earth. And had he did shut the fuck up and not sit nothing to me, we would not be in this predicament. Okay. I am a T.I. music fan. Okay. I enjoy his music. And him saying, look, I don't want no ratty shit. I don't want no violent shit. But don't come at me. I won't come at you. And had you not mentioned my wife, me nor my sons would have came round here on your head, bitch. Okay. However, I also stopped it before it went too far. But 50 Cent, I don't want him to reply. It was over an hour interview that they did. It was a really good interview. He touched on other things too. But to me, 50 Cent is a vagina. Okay. You can't bring up someone's wife in a beef that she has nothing to do with and think folk not gonna go off. Now, I think maybe because 50 Cent is used to people laughing at him, he thought we would find it funny, and no one found it funny. No one found it funny. Okay. But T.I. said, bitch, leave my wife alone. Anyway, y'all always tell me it's gonna be a 3-hour tour. And I be saying, no, it's not. I ain't gonna do nothing. Child, when I tell I am look, I am tired. I can probably guarantee y'all I will not be on live tomorrow, okay? Unless there's some real stuff going on tomorrow. I'm gonna come home from work and go to bed, bitch, okay? Y'all see, you told me you sure did. And I said, no, it won't. It ain't that much to talk about. And I have to stop jinxing myself. Now, the first 45 minutes is us talking about titties. So technically, if I did not spend 45 minutes on titties and mammograms, this would have been shorter. Okay, I'm gonna cut out the mammogram part of it and make that a separate video for those who want to watch it. That'll be posted tomorrow. However, okay, y'all make sure that y'all have did a couple of things. You'll like the video, that you have subscribed, okay, that you have already watched the other videos we did last week. I was live 4 days last week. Okay, I did 4 whole thumbnail shot. I am tired today. But yeah, we will see what happens. I'm live to wake up tomorrow and be like, oh, I'm gonna be a chill day, and shit would happen that we have to discuss. So again, depending on what happens tomorrow, I don't know. Okay, the mammogram hour. It would have been 2 hours and 45 minutes. Yeah, because it's like it's 12:30 here. And I'm aware that I know true JayBirds love a long live. I fully know that, but I also know some folks hate long lives, and I be tired. So I appreciate those who appreciate my longer lives, and we have a good ass time around here. That's why I still come around for y'all. Okay. Do not forget, I need someone someone got to remind me to have a conversation about pap smears next. Okay. Well, let's see. We just child. That was almost a Jaylee After Dark. Jaylee After Dark will be on Fridays and or Saturdays once a month. I may do one this Friday. I'm not sure yet. We got to see. I think I said that the next one will be about whole phases. So I don't know. We got to see. Y'all again, like the video. We don't care about the people. Y'all like the video, comment in the replay of it all, share it as well. I appreciate all of y'all. I love y'all. Y'all love me. We are a happy family. I gotta go. I will talk to y'all later on, maybe Wednesday. If not on Wednesday, it'll be Thursday. Just always check for the live. It's always 9 p.m. But I gotta go. Love y'all. Bye.